Hello everyone, I'm MW3 from Psychic Gamers, and today I've got some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 DLC news for you. The news is actually about some maps that are going to be releasing in September. That's right, not next month, but the month after, and it's actually the final month of DLC for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. If you keep an eye on the content calendar, you may know that next month there's going to be 2 Special Ops missions and a classified drop, and in September there's going to be 3 multiplayer maps. Before I get on to information about the maps, I just want to briefly touch on that classified drop. This year there was a lot of speculation that the classified drops were in fact going to be weapon drops. However, we are now down to our last classified drop, and so far none have been. There's also been some pretty firm confirmation from people like Mark Rubin saying that Modern Warfare 3 actually can't handle new weapons being added in via DLC. There is also the troublesome issue of how Elite 3 members would interact with Elite Premium guns. Would they be able to pick it up off the ground if they killed a Premium member using it? Who knows? If Infinity Ward ever had thought of adding in DLC weapons, in the end they probably just decided it wasn't worth it. Either that or weapon DLC was never planned and it was all just speculation, but either way I don't see it happening in this drop. The new rumour, however, seems to be that this classified drop will in fact be a new game mode. This sounds very plausible, as new game modes have been introduced into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 over the past couple of months, including things such as free-for-all gunplay, infected and face-off. The legitimacy of this rumour is added to by the official Call of Duty Elite Twitter tweeting out this: "Live in SoCal and want to preview the next Modern Warfare 3 game mode on Roll Call? Submit your entry here." Roll Call is an Elite TV show, I guess you would call it, and for a while they were taking entries for people to actually go on and preview the game mode. It's not known what this mode is. Personally, I'd love this new game mode to be money in the dank. I did a video about this the other day where I was playing it in private match, and this is truly one of my favourite game modes I've ever played in Call of Duty. However, what does trouble me is this is an Elite Premium drop, which highly suggests that anybody that doesn't pay for Elite is not going to get it, and I would hate to see people not getting this new mode that could be really good. I know that we are paying for exclusive stuff, at least for a little while, but unless this mode is using completely unique maps such as Face Off, then it's not really fair that other people won't get to play it unless they're paying for Elite. At least that's my opinion on it. But anyway, that's something to think about for next month's DLC. Now the main news about September's brand new maps. We actually have some in-game screenshots of these maps. These are most likely from people getting into the Infinity Ward developer area and downloading the maps early, which is what Infinity Ward said happened with the terminal leaks, although why that security issue hasn't been patched up yet is a bit questionable. To be honest, these leaks probably aren't leaks at all and just a bit of marketing hype. But regardless of how people got their hands on these maps, we do have some images of them, and I'm just going to put them up in the top right hand corner of the screen. All of these images are courtesy of GameCheat13, and I'll put a link to his video in the description, as well as the articles on MP1st and Charlie Intel where I found this information, just in case you want to check them out at the source. The maps are supposedly named Gulch, Parish and Boardwalk. These names have actually been floating around the internet for a little while. Previously, an image of somebody's online vault had been released containing gameplays from 6 new multiplayer maps that hadn't yet been released. These maps included Terminal, Decommission and Offshore, all of which released last month. The other 3 were Gulch, Parish and Boardwalk. So a combination of 3 multiplayer maps scheduled on the official Elite content calendar, these 3 names popping up in previously released images, and now these brand new in-game images of the maps themselves. This rumour has a fair bit of legitimacy behind it. So let's take a look at these images that have been released. The first set of 4 are from Boardwalk. This first image, which appears to be the image used in the loading screen, shows a very long line of sight down the middle of this boardwalk here. The first in-game image has a small caption on it that reads "Jersey Shore Amusement Boardwalk, elevated main path set off by close quarters flanks." So we've got our location, and we've got a very basic description of the map. There seems that there's going to be a main section to go down, which is possibly the area shown in the loading image, and then either side there's going to be some very close quarter areas to flank round. The in-game images appear to be of the close quarter flanks described rather than the middle section. They show much more enclosed areas, including a little bar here, some area by the bomb surrounded by buildings, and then just some random unspecified wall section here. I'm not sure why he's chosen to show this picture over anything else. The shape of this map is sounding to me very similar to Liberation, which I personally do not like due to snipers firing down that main alleyway, and also due to the hideous spawns in the middle and the ends of that. I will definitely be preferring the close quarters flanks over going into sniper fire down that main open section. The next set is of Gulch. The loading image shows this very prominent rock outcrop. I'm not sure whether this is actually going to be surmountable. There's some very flat areas which suggest you could walk onto it, although they may not go for anything quite that interesting, and to be honest it could be a haven for campers up the top of that. Gulch is an abandoned Utah mining settlement and features an open layout and strong flanks. Despite the description of being open, what I actually can see from these images suggests otherwise. If we take a look at the little mini-map here, it does look very closed off by all sorts of rocks and stuff, and just from the general images nothing really suggests open about it. What I would consider open layout is something like Wasteland from Modern Warfare 2, which, while disliked by some due to the absolute spam of kill streaks that can be achieved there, it would be very different from the otherwise cluttered Modern Warfare 3 maps, and it might have been nice to see something a little bit different. Anyway, that's just my opinion of what I can see from these images. You can form your own based on what you think. If we move on to Parish, this opening loading screen doesn't fill me with joy. As you can see, lots of boxes, tanks, cars, basically anything you could spam in there to make it very cluttered. The mini-map of the in-game screenshot fills me with a bit more hope, however, as it shows that this map, while actually not tiny, it isn't big either. You can see all three domination flags, which suggests this is actually a fairly reasonable sized map. Nothing ridiculously small and then nothing ridiculously big either. This might be quite a nice in the middle sort of map, which I do enjoy to play. If I had to choose off these pictures alone, I'd probably say Parish is my favourite so far. Anyway, that's the end of the game. Overrun a tiny bit, picked up my Moab a little while ago. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay, guys. If you did, leave a rating, comment any questions, opinions, and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with Modern Warfare 3 news. See you next time.